Lots of free videos on the channel. That's what we do here. We're all about helping you learn to trade small with the new Micro Eminis. And today's featured trade has some great tips I think you'll find about the MACD and using the candlesticks. So let's get started. I'll be trading the S&P500 Micro Emini, trading at $5 a point. The trade date is the 2nd of August, 2022, and you can see the market opened at 9:30 Eastern Time. And for the next 3.5 hours, it went up only about 35 points. Now, for beginners, you should know 35-point movement in 4 hours is not a strong trend. If you're new, you may be wondering how I knew the 35-point upswing in the price was not a big deal. It's summer of 2022, and very often the S&P can vary from 50 to 150 points during a day. Midsummer of 2022 is just one of those times of high volatility. If you're new to the channel, you may not yet know this, but I do this part called the trade setup. So what is the trade setup? Why this trade and why now? Why did I pick this trade? There are 3 primary reasons I chose this trade at this particular time. Number 1, no big trend for the day. Here's number 2. Remember, the candlesticks are 5 minutes wide. The yellow highlights inside the red rectangle prove that prices have stalled for the last 30 minutes. And you remember your high school science, you throw a ball straight up and eventually it stops, reverses direction, and comes back down. Obviously, the chart is telling us at a certain price point there were more sellers than buyers. That's all. This is not rocket science, okay? And number 3, look in the red circle. The green line and red line are converging. It looks as though the green line's going to go below the red line, which is a signal of a possible price reversal. No guarantee, just a signal. Just take a moment to say I appreciate all your comments down below. If you have something you would like to see included in some of the videos, you're welcome to put a comment down there. I really enjoy them. I'm surprised, but one of the most frequent comments I get is people tell me in the videos where I describe what I'm thinking during the trade that it helps them out. So I'll try to do more of that. Here are some thoughts about what I was thinking when I placed this trade. It didn't turn out at all like I expected. But let me tell you exactly what I was thinking right when I pulled the trigger to get into this trade. I said, well, I've got price resistance above. Remember my 3 reasons. I've got a converging MACD down there. It's not a particularly volatile day. And on low volatility days, that's the time when you know you won't have to risk a lot of money to get into a trade. It's really hard to try and risk just a few dollars or a couple of points when the market's very volatile because you always get stopped, almost always get stopped out quickly. So for those reasons, it's the same for everybody. I think, well, you know, I won't have to risk a lot of money to try to make some money on this trade. And my expectations were that I might make 5 to 10 points if I was a little bit lucky, not have to risk a lot of money to be able to give it a go. That's not what happened in this trade. I'll go back to the live screen and I'll show you actually what did happen, and you may be surprised. Okay, now we're 4 minutes into the trade, full steam ahead here. You see the stop up there is 4 points, that 41.42 1/4, 4 points above the entry price where I shorted at 41.38 1/4. It's $5 a point, 4 points, so my maximum risk on this trade is $20. And you'll notice in the green circles, that's the current trading price. I'm 2 points ahead, I'm up $10. I had no drawdown on this trade whatsoever during the entire trade. It was profitable from the get-go. By the way, the profits you have during a trade when you're ahead money, those are called unrealized gains. And if you're down any money during the trade, that's called drawdown. If you're new to the channel, a hearty welcome to you. It'd be a good time to subscribe so you won't miss the notifications when we put up these new trades each week. Be sure and hit that notification bell and you'll get a text or an email so you won't miss out. Now, just gone from 104 to 115. I fast forwarded 11 minutes in this trade. What have I been doing? Nothing. Let me show you. I've been sitting in the midday lulls. The last 11 minutes, the price hasn't moved at all. I was up $10 11 minutes ago. I'm up $10 now. So nothing's changed. The good news is there's no bad news. Since there is no rush in this trade, apparently whatsoever, let me ask you a question. With the prices flat, what do you expect the MACD to look like right now? When the prices are flat, momentum is certainly not up, it's not level, it's actually down. And the yellow highlight is the same 11 minutes I had highlighted above. And we see the green line now is below the red line. This is actually a good sign for our trade. If you're not quite following what I just said, rewind, take another look. Or I'll just say it a different way for you. When prices are flat, the momentum is going down. If you're short in a trade, that's good news. You may have been taught that trade signal indicators only give you buy and sell signals. Not true. They also give you a sort of weather report for what's happening inside of your trade. So learn to listen to them. Some people might call this situational awareness within a trade. Take stock of where you are in a trade. I expected prices to go down. They haven't. But where am I right now? I'm up $10. The trade's been on 16 minutes. Prices are flat. And the good news is momentum is still going down. Therefore, my decision is I still want to be in this trade. Now, moving ahead in time again, I was at 116, remember? Now I'm at 123. We're in the trade for 24 minutes. And I'm grabbing my Tastyworks click and drag mouse here. And I just hold that left mouse button down and grab my stop price up there in the rectangle and pull it down gently. And I'm going to move it down to 1 point below where I entered the trade. That means the worst thing can happen now is I'm going to make $5. And I'm not really excited about the $5. What I'm excited about is I got what I call a free trade now. That means I cannot lose even 1 penny out of my cash account. And you know, if you watch my videos, I do this every single trade that it's possible for me to do it because I know the prospect theory. I covered in the psychology chapter in my day trading book. The prospect theory proves scientifically that you make the worst decisions trading when you're behind money during a trade. When you put a stop there and get this so-called free trade, it just releases you from all that pressure and you'll make better decisions, which means you'll probably make more money. If you're new to the channel right now, would be a good time to hit that subscribe button so you won't miss the new trades each week. Here I go. Trades moving in my favor, trading 41.29. I just took my Tastyworks click and drag with that left mouse button and locked in $20. I moved my stop down to 41.34 1/4. Current trading price is about 41.30. That's 8 1/4 points ahead, $41.25. Now about a minute later, I'm trading down at 41.27.50. And it's time to lock in some of these profits. I already have $20 locked in. Got my Tastyworks mouse and pull that stop down to pretty close to the trading price. I'm going to bring it all the way down to 41.29.75. And as you can see, that locks in a profit of $42.50 with my stop loss order. I'm only a couple of points away from being stopped out, so you may be asking, why did I put my stop so close to the trading price? The answer's simple, really. I've been in this trade for half hour. I don't work for free, so I'm locking in some more profits. That's all I'm doing. And my surprise, in the next 2 minutes, the market moves down another 10 points. Look at the red circle in the bottom. The MACD lines are diverging now, which means downward momentum is increasing, and I just started my 7th red candlestick in a row. 41.25 is where my stop is now. And after 30 minutes, my unrealized gain, about $93. So I take my Tastyworks mouse and I get after it. I move that stop down again. Always nice to have everything I need visible on one screen. Now I've locked in $76.25. I chose the Tastyworks software to use in all the videos here on the channel because the graphics, as you can see, are very, very clear. And the Tastyworks mouse is a good way to run that stop down and lock in profits. I just locked in $93.75 on this trade. Having the right trading software has a lot of advantages. You'll get confidence quicker, and you can learn faster if you have everything you need right on one screen. Free data, free software, and free transfers in and out of your bank. And discount commission rates. Check out the broker link in the text below. I even have a file where you can set your screen up, the file's free, to look just like the one I use here on the channel. And clicking on my affiliate link below doesn't cost you a thing, and it contributes to keeping all the videos here on the channel absolutely free. So I need your support. Thank you. I'm 34 minutes in, and the trade is still going strong with about $108 locked in. That click and drag Tastyworks mouse is kind of like sweeping money off the floor. In that green circle on the right margin, you can see we're trading at 41.12 now. And my Tastyworks mouse is mad at work again. I've moved my stop down to 41.16 1/4. So I've locked in $110 now. But wait, there's more. Less than a minute later, this happens. I have to bring the TW mouse back to sweep up some more money. Now, I am holding down that left mouse button while I'm watching the quotes over on the right side of the screen in the green circle. It's down at 109, and I haven't let go of that left mouse button yet. There. When I saw it trade down to 110, I let it go, and I locked in profits with a stop at 41.14. I'll tell you exactly what I'm thinking right now. I have had 8 red candlesticks in a row. That never happens. Well, I guess it does. Locked in 121.25, and here I am with the Tastyworks mouse yet again. And I'm starting to think this trade's got to run out of gas. I see a little shade of green happening over there on the right, and so I'm squeezing that stop down as much as I can right now. And you know what I'm thinking right now? I hope you get a trade exactly like this one so you can see how much fun it is. I'm in the middle of this trade. I just turned around, looked behind me. My dog was watching this trade. I told him, I said, buddy, that's 41 boxes of milk bones right there. Trading at 41.05, that's $166.25 of unrealized gains. 1:36 is the time. We've been in this trade for 37 minutes. I get the mouse, and this time I'm going to stop it at 41.10.25. At 41.10.25, I've locked in a profit of $140, and about a minute later, I was stopped out. So let's count the money. Now, the entire trade was about 38 minutes long, and I condensed it down to about 12 or 13 minutes in the trade to keep you from getting bored to death. But I assure you, if it's your account in this trade, you didn't get bored at all. It was a lot of fun. It was a great trade. $140, no drawdown. That's the great thing right there. Maximum unrealized gain. Could have made $31 more if I'd been able to tell the future. And I've got something I rarely do post-trade. I want you to remember 2 numbers because we're going to go back to the chart in just a moment. I want to show you what happened after I got out of this trade. It's going to be interesting. You have to remember 2 numbers here. I got out at a price of 41.10.25, and the time was 1:37 p.m. Eastern Time. Now let's take a look at what happened next. I guess we call this the trade review. So here's how it went down. At 12:59 p.m., all this is Eastern Time, I entered by shorting a contract 31.38 1/4. 38 minutes later, I closed by making a purchase at 41.10.25 for a profit of $140. Now see the red arrow? That's where I exited the trade. Now if you count the 5-minute wide candlesticks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you will see that 30 minutes later, the price was the same as the price where I exited at 41.10, where the arrow is. Now the reason I put this chart up was, and did this, because, well, you do it, I do it, everybody does it. After we exit a trade, we go back and look, and we try to find that we did the right thing. And most of the time we don't, because it's impossible to trade perfectly because you can't tell the future. But still, we do this. Sometimes we actually learn something from it, and sometimes we just don't. It's impossible to. Well, you know where I got out and what time. Let's play a little game if you have a moment. If you don't, that's cool. I want you to give me the price and time that you think you would have exited this trade. And put it in the comments below the video. And you can add whatever you want besides the price and time if you like. I think that would be fun, and I'd like to hear from you, so if you have a moment, do it. If not, like I said, that's cool. There is no right or wrong answer, of course. It's just a puzzle to practice trading. Thank you. And if you please do me a favor, I need your help on something. If you want to see another video similar to the one you've seen today, hit the like button. I count those, and it helps me determine which subjects to make the videos on. Great trade today. Glad you were here, and hope you'll subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can get the notifications for these videos we put up about once a week here. I'm Don Singletary. I hope every day is a payday for you. Thank you.